The Battle of Trafalgar was one of the most famous water fights in British history, and it took place, of course, here in Trafalgar Square. It's amazing to think that back then, all this would have been underwater. Only the top of the column would have been visible. On this side, Nelson's English ships. On this side, by the Pret-a-Manger, the French fleet. And overseeing it all was Nelson, stranded on top of his stone stick, where he remains to this day. If Nelson was such a hero, why did we banish him up that big pole?
It's not a banishment, this was a national celebration. So this is very much, if you like, a symbol of British victory and pride and honouring of the man who had been so intimately associated with delivering victory at Trafalgar.
He's so high up, isn't he? He's sort of out of eyeshot. And he's getting shat on by birds.
Yeah, I mean, it's a...
Couldn't we have had him a little bit lower so that we can have a look at him?
Well, it's a fair point, I mean...
It's just like a joke.
Yeah.
Nelson's great victory at Trafalgar was sadly spoiled for him when he was shot by a French sniper. Taken below decks, he was comforted by his naval colleague Hardy, who kissed him to death. If Hardy was kissing Nelson at the exact moment he was dying, to what extent would that make him a necrophile? Because that's a serious offence.
It took him 3 or 4 hours to die, and this particular famous moment took place when Nelson was still very much alive.
So there was nothing dodgy about it?
Nothing dodgy at all.